What is going on, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful day as always. Yeah, there's lots to explore today. I can already feel it. I can already feel there's like so much to say. So I'm looking forward to all of you coming on, and we get to connect, and we get to do this dance, do this life dance together, and explore what's real. It's time to explore what's real. And um, so let's see what comes up. Welcome to the room, guys. As I normally, when I start off with these lives, I like to meditate in the beginning. Right? I like to take a few deep breaths, anchor in to the moment. All right, get fully embodied, get fully present. So I invite you guys to do the same with me. If you want to, as you enter, take your shoes off. You can take your shoes off. You can, take your jacket off, and sit down and breathe. All right, and just take a load off. And I've had a real busy day myself, so I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so. Relax your jaw. If you're anything like me, you carry a lot of tension in your jaw, maybe in your back, the muscles along your spine. You can let those unravel and relax. Chest up. Exposing our hearts to the world, leading with our hearts. Shoulders drop. We're not in our heads, we're in our hearts. Another big sigh. Let it all go. You even shake your hands. A lot of energy in this human vehicle tends to get stuck in the hands, so you can just shake them out. Shake everything off. Okay. I feel more present already. I feel alive. So, guys, as you look at that 44, come on, angels are with us. So right now, guys, as you enter, I invite you to think on an area in your life that you would like to see evolution. You like to see transformation. You like to see breakthrough, right? And so together today, while we're live, we're going to set the intention. We're going to set the intention together to connect to that breakthrough, connect to that shift you want to see. We're going to connect with that, and we're going to become vibrational matches to it by thinking about it, by feeling into it, and identifying what we're giving our power away to. What are we giving our energy away to that isn't serving us, that is detracting from the energy and the potency and the power that we can give to what it is we want to create. So right now, I invite you to reflect. And even if you're at home, if you're in a space where you can really get in there, get a pen, get a piece of paper. Let's really go there. Let's really dig deep today in this live session and create some kind of result, create some kind of shift in consciousness. I'm about that life. If you're about that life, let's do it. Right? In the last week, I've created tons of awesome shifts in my world, in my inner world, in my external world. I feel really good about them. And in the process of creating these shifts, in the process of manifesting, I've got to see what works and what doesn't work. And it's, I would always hear, by listening to Abraham Hicks, I would always hear by listening to other spiritual YouTubers, right? I would always read in books to become. They would always advise us to become a vibrational match to that which we want to see manifest and create and realized. And I would hear this over and over and over again. And at some point, it started getting old to me. It started getting like a bit, yeah, like played out, right? If you can relate, like leave something in the comments, right? It starts getting played out to be like, be a vibrational match. You know, it's like, what does that even mean, right? And this week, I think I tapped into that more, right? This week, I was able to manifest some really useful resources and some and build some really amazing connections. And it was due to me becoming a vibrational match. Now, you know, when I'm gonna play around with words here, you know, to be a vibrational match to something. Let's say, somehow in the next week, you want to meet somebody, right? Maybe you're single, you want to meet somebody that you really, really like and that you can vibe with. Maybe you want to manifest some money, right? Maybe you want to get over an obstacle that's in your world. Well, what we want to do is become a vibrational match to the reality, to the experience, to the reality that we want to live in. And we do that not in our minds. We use our minds, but we don't become a vibrational match to something in our minds. We become a vibrational match to something in our hearts, right? Like I on all my shirts, right? I have on the back, right? I have this on the back. I don't know if it's reversed in this video or not, but if you can see it, it says, you can't spell evolve without love. And to make it more practical, like you can't spell evolve without being, you can't evolve if you're not connected to your heart, right? So to become a vibrational match to something is to not only have a strong connection to it in your mind, but a powerful connection to it in your heart, right? Like when you think about it, when you envision it, when you spend time reflecting, you can feel that reality inside first, right? Because that reality needs a source to spring from. That reality needs a source to spring from. So if I'm not an energetic match to that reality can't spring out of me. Where's it going to come from? Right? We just hope that life falls out the sky and lands on our lap. It's not going to happen. Right? That reality needs a source to spring from. So this week, I found myself like taking affirmation, right? Like utilizing affirmations and taking them to the next level by really just like saying them and not just being in my head with it, but like allowing it to like deepen into the heart, like really get in there, and to the point where it's like emotional, like, right? Like saying it and resonating, they say vibrational match, vibrations. The vibration is resonating inside of you. Vibrating and resonating with the energy, letting the energy be emotion and letting the emotion exist so powerfully that that it feels like the thing has been manifested or the result has been achieved. So connect right now to like what it is you want to see happen in your life. What do you want to create in your life? And as you connect to that, what is that like? So right now, like here in the comments right now, I'll wait for you all in the comments on a scale of 1 to 10. So before that, tell me below, what do you want to create in your world right now? What do you want to create? I'll wait for you. I ain't gonna say nothing else. What do you want to create in your, like, this is a two-way street here. So what do you want to create in your world? Man, I'm gonna hang out. My back kind of hurt. Just stretching out. What do you want to create in your life right now? What do you want to create? What are you creating? Joseph, what's up, brother? So, okay. Creating a cultured and a cultured and adventurous girlfriend. Nate, list off a few emotions that you would experience if you were to create this. Like, if this reality were to come into your life, what would you begin to, like, what would you experience when that perfect match comes into your life? What would it be like? What emotions would come to you? A lot of emotions. A lot of different emotions will come to you. Give me a few examples. I can imagine like joy, excitement, like satisfaction, maybe relief. Right? So I'm gonna let you like type them out. So I'll use an example from my life. There was a time in my life where I wanted to manifest a few $1,000. Yeah, okay, joy, love, happiness, beautiful. Yeah, and so the way we can, yeah, okay, and someone else is saying, I like to create a romantic relationship as well, but I'm hooked on the idea of meeting the one, even though I know there can be many ones, right? Okay, so like you get caught up on the details, right? Right, so in my experience, I've seen manifestation. I've seen my ability to manifest go up when I focused less on the details and more on the feeling that I wanted to receive from the thing that I wanted, right? So I'll give an example from my life. I wanted to manifest some money, right? How many of y'all want to manifest some money? Right? I wanted to manifest some money. And I wanted to manifest like a good chunk of money, like a few $1,000. And at the time of my life, I had no idea how I was going to do this. Like, I had no idea where this money would come from, no idea. And I found that in the past, I would always limit myself by focusing on the details. And then looking around in the environment and then not seeing the details and feeling discouraged and disconnected from the thing that I wanted to create. So I let go of the how. I don't know. I have no idea, right? I have no idea it's going to come to me. All I knew is it was, right? And so what I would do is I would like sit in my car, I would go on walks, and I would say to myself, I'm creating $5,000. I'm creating 5,000. I'm about to create $5,000. Man, I'm creating $5,000. Wow. This week I'm gonna create $5,000. Wow, that $5,000 is gonna help me so much. It's gonna help me so much. I'm gonna be able to do this and do this and do this. Oh man, it's gonna help me so much. Oh, thank you, God, for this. Thank you, God, for this support that I'm getting by manifesting this. Thank you so much. Oh my, wow, this is like happening in my world. And I would go on a rant. I would go on a roll. I would allow myself to make believe like a kid, right? I'd allow myself to feel it so deeply that to the point where like tears would begin. Hey, Tiffany, tears would begin to like fall down my cheeks, right? And I would like allow this like reality that I'm calling in to be real and here first. And it took a lot of work with my mind. My mind was programmed to for that not to be real. My mind already believed in something that wasn't real. My mind was my mind was convinced by the reality that I was experiencing that it's not here. And I know that, wait a minute, I can't follow the lead of what is happening around me. I gotta follow the lead of what's happening within me. I can't believe. I can, right? I'm not willing to believe this stuff that I'm seeing out here is real. I'm not willing to believe that. The only thing I'm willing to believe is in the power of the divine and the power of my creative capacity. And I chose, I drilled into my mind with powerful affirmation and emotional affirmation that that the thing that I wanted, which was $5,000 at the time, that was real and that was mine. And so I would go on walks. I would do this every morning, every day, all throughout the day, several times a day. And I would allow myself, I would give myself permission to feel it as if it was already here. And the feeling would build up so much that it was hard not to believe that it was coming. And by the end of the week, guess what happened? It came through. The specific amount that I asked for, $5,000. See, the physical reality is like a lucid dream. You know, I used to make videos on lucid dreaming a lot and astral projection, and I was really big in lucid dreaming. And the thing about the dream world is, like, the dream world is very impressionable, right? If I have an emotion or a thought in the dream world that's energetically charged, chances are it's going to manifest itself. You know, and especially in lucid dreams, right? Like, if I'm in a lucid dream and I become aware that I'm dreaming, I can think to myself, okay, oh, I get excited, I feel into it. I'm about to walk through that door and be in Egypt. Oh, I'm about to hop off of this building, right? And the thought and the emotion, the vibrations, when they radiate, when they're felt, when they're oscillating, they're influential, and they can impress, the energy impresses itself upon the world, right? So, like, in lucid dreams, your energy, your thoughts will impress itself upon your experience. This reality is the same way, except it's more dense. It's just as real. The realness is the same. They're both real. They're both valid experiences, right? They're both valid experiences. However, they're vibrating at different frequencies or densities, right? And this physical world is more dense. It's more structured. There's more framework. And so that means it requires more energy. It requires more consciousness. It asks of you to really believe and really like use your chi, use your consciousness. So, point being is this, like, what's more important than what we have, what's more important than what we do is what we are being. And I don't always have control over what I have, right? Like, you know, in the moment, I do not have access right now to $1 million, right? However, I do have access to the energy that is associated with the having of the $1 million, because I am a generator of energy. I am a holder of consciousness, and with that consciousness, I can proclaim and exclaim and express and choose and create what I want to choose and create. So that's what we have. That is what we have access to. We have access to energy, consciousness, thought, emotion, vibration. Focus on that And when we focus on the energy, it slows down. Right? We like bring it from the fast oscillating thought vibration, focus on it, feel it, experience it, and slow it down and bring it into physical. Bring it into the physical. Everything in this physical plane is vibrating slower. That's why we can see it. That's why I can touch it. That's why it's here. Everything in the thought plane is just zipping around, and the energy plane is just zipping around. It's moving at a higher, faster vibration. So that to me means that we have immense influential ability. We can influence this reality so beautifully because we have access to the fast moving vibrations. And if we learn how to focus on them and slow them down and harness them, communicate, if we learn how to communicate with all the fast moving energies and vibrations in our mind, in the ethers and the ethers and spirit realm, and we bring it into the physical, we can manifest and we can solidify our dreams and our vision. Look at the comments here. I'm on a roll. So, well, so Ben said, how do you follow your heart? Well, okay. In my experience, it's easier for me to follow my heart when I get my mind out of the way, right? Like when I really get my mind out of the way. And normally I know my mind is in the way based on the emotion I'm experiencing. Am I experiencing resistance? Am I experiencing fear? Typically the heart knows, right? And somebody else said something. I want to play off of this, and maybe this will answer. So somebody also said, 20 Pixel Gaming said, how deeply do you have to believe in it for that to happen, right? So it goes like desire, then like wishing, then believing, and then knowing, right? And so like Will Smith said, all successful people have to have some level of delusion, right? Like A.C. Bhakti Vedanti Swami, he authored or he co-authored or translated the Bhagavad Gita as it is. There's a beautiful story about how he came to America to spread the message of Krishna and to share the maha-mantra, which is like a very potent, powerful, transformative spiritual mantra. It's the sound vibrations of God. God has all these names, and the names of God carry the consciousness, carry the vibrations associated with the Most High. And so, so the Swami, Prabhupada, he came to the States to share this message, to share the Bhagavad Gita and all the love of God, right? To share the love of God, essentially. And he had a vision to create like tons of communities and chapels, and he had a vision to move millions, right? He had his vision. He came here with no money. He came here with nothing. He had 2 heart attacks on the boat that he rowed across the sea to get here. He had 2 heart attacks on the way here, survived them both, and he was already in his 60s, 70s. He was old. And there's a story about how he sat down at this park bench and when he first arrived, and some guy came up and started talking to him, and he was asking him like, what did he do and why is he here? What's his life about, right? And Swami replied like, oh well right now I have about 100 different spiritual centers. I have tons of I work with millions of people are all around the country, and sharing the love of God, and I'm essentially I'm sharing the love of God, and I have spiritual centers all around the country, dozens, hundreds of them. And this guy was like, okay, cool, where are they at? I'm butchering the story a little bit, but long story short, he didn't have any of that in the physical in that moment, but he had it in here, so much so to where he was delusional and he could speak on it as if it was here in the present, right? And what ended up coming to pass was, yeah, he created, he moved millions. The Hare Krishna movement moved millions across the country. There's like 108 different, or I'm sure there's way more now, but by the time he passed away, he had like 108 centers that he created, spiritual centers, you know. And so all of this existed inside of him as reality before the physical caught up to it. And so you said, how deeply do you have to believe in something? So much so to where it's like, I don't even believe in it. Like, this is real. This is real to me, right? It's not even about like believing in it. Like right now, I don't have to believe that I'm wearing a red shirt. I'm wearing a red shirt. I know I'm wearing a red shirt. I know it. I ain't gotta believe in it. Like I'm wearing a red shirt. So it's the same deal. Like with Joseph, you wanna create a beautiful partner. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna create a beautiful partner. Yeah, that's done. I'm doing that. It's done. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited to see her. I'm so like, right? It's done. Right? It's done in here. And so like giving it a voice, like verbally giving it a voice, going on walks, saying it, proclaiming it, letting the sound vibrations associated with that vision oscillate in your mind and in your body. Do that every day. Let your heart get involved in it. And at some point, it's real. It's real to you. The physical reality always is catching up to the non-physical, mental, emotional, spiritual reality. And so believe in that more than this physical stuff, because everything in this physical reality is springing out of that non-physical reality. This phone I'm on, this laptop that it's sitting on, this shirt, this hat, all of this stuff sprang out of someone's mind, out of a thought, right? So the source is the thing to focus on. And so yeah, I get, like, there will be mental obstacles and programming that gets in the way from like really allowing the vibrations to resonate deeply. Yeah, and accept, if you accept that and just like, you know, dance with it, things are going to shift, you know, and they will melt, and those mental barriers and limiting beliefs will crumble, you know. So I'm gonna look at some more of your comments right now. Yeah, speak it. And look, and this isn't fake it until you make it. Someone says fake it until you make it. It's not even about faking it, because it's not like fake, right? Like if I'm saying this week I'm going to create $1,000. This week I'm going to create $5,000. If I'm saying it and I'm thinking it, but my sponsoring thought, right, the thought beneath the thought is going, that shit ain't going to happen. I don't really believe in that. If that's occurring, that's going to negate out the thought. That's going to negate out the vibration. No, like full integrity. This is real to me. This is real to me. There is no faking. Right? Like full integrity, mind, body, and soul. This is real. This is what it is. This is what's going to happen. And I'm obsessed with it. I'm bent on it. I'm delusional over it. I'm giving my all to this reality that I'm choosing. Right? So yeah, there is no faking it. There's only making it. You know? And so I want to make that distinction, because yeah, if there are contradictory thoughts, well, what's going to happen? It's going to be a canceling out. But if the thoughts are going in the same direction, then you have progress, you have evolution, you have movement. But when there's contradictory thoughts, I'm saying out loud to myself, yeah, I love my life, and underneath that I'm saying life sucks, well, boom, it's going to cancel out. Yeah, someone said, eternal consciousness said, we are the light of the cosmos itself, having a human experience. Amen. Amen to that. And all of you guys in here, while you're in here, do me a favor. I'd appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up button. I say it all the time. It invites more people to join our our group, so and expands the community. So I always appreciate that. Thank you guys for hitting that. So yeah, so as I say all this stuff and we like explore this, what's happening for you guys? Like what's coming to mind? What else are you looking to like expand upon, look at, create while we're together for this hour? Got about 20, I'll hang out for another 20, 30 minutes or so. What else is coming up for you guys? Ooh. Yeah, Mark Nung said, do you have anything more to say about the Hare Krishna philosophy? Yeah, so I spent a lot of time in the last year exploring the Bhagavad Gita and the Hare Krishna movement. I'll show you right here. I'm not doing it anymore. I had to take a break, but so these are called japa beads, right? And these beads right here facilitated so much transformation for me. It is like beyond anything I can like articulate. So every day for about 2.5 months, from about March to late May, I would do 16 rounds of japa a day. And what that looked like was I would do the maha-mantra, right? So so on one of these beads, I would go Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And I go to the next one, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And then the next one, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And as you can see, there's like a lot of beads right here. So I would go around this 108 times, 16 times a day. And I did that for about 2.5 months. And my coach, he's been doing it for about 30 years every single day. Yeah, the mantra is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And you can look that up on Google. Just type in the maha-mantra. And it's very, the way my coach explained it. Now, I've read a bunch of stuff in the Bhagavad Gita. It's different than the Bible. It's different than other spiritual texts. It's very scientific. It's very straightforward. Yeah, they use story, but there's also like a lot of straightforward information in there. Like, yeah, your soul is about the size of 1/100th of a pin needle. And they explain everything about it. And it's like really scientific and trippy. I've never like read a spiritual book like it. But doing the Maha Mantra, I put it to the test. I've heard it was transformational. I heard it was powerful. And so I wanted to find out. So I did it. And from my experience, I found that there was strong benefits to doing it. It moved a lot of things within me, and it was challenging. It was challenging to do for that time. I mean, it took about 2.5 hours every single day. Yes, that's the mantra right there. Yep, beautiful. Yeah, it took about 2.5 hours every day. And when I first started doing it, I would do them all at once. So my first time doing 16 rounds, or maybe my second time, I decided I was going to find a spot outside, stand. I planted my feet barefoot on the ground. I found a spot to stare at in nature, and I stood there for 2 hours, and I did the full 16 rounds. And by the time I was done, my consciousness was so clear. The words Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. They're all different names of God. And Hare stands, you can look at it as meaning like the divine feminine, the feminine aspect of God, or like or even like you can look at it as eternity. Then Krishna means like the all attractive, the most attractive point. So like the supreme head of God, the supreme personality of Godhead, they say Krishna. Or you can look at that as consciousness. And then Rama means the endless reservoir of bliss. That is that aspect of God. And so Hare Krishna Rama is like together, and like we're really covering a lot of bases vibrationally. And with the names of God, the names of God are no different than the consciousness of God, right? So if I say water, well, the vibration of water, the vibration of the word water is different than a glass of water. But when I say Krishna, or when I say Hare, or Rama, the sound vibration is a vibrational match to God. It's a vibrational match. It's like opening up a portal, and it's like vibrations coming through that are an energetic match to God. And so that's a little bit about what I know of like the maha-mantra, a little bit about like somebody asked about the Krishna consciousness. There's a really great documentary talking about Swami Prabhupada, the Hare Krishna movie. I highly recommend checking it out. It's really inspiring, like how this old dude comes from India and like has everybody following him, and I mean, it was amazing. It's amazing. So that's a little bit about that. There's some other things I saw that came up here. Do you have anything? Okay, somebody asked, do you give a time limit to your manifestation X a week? If it doesn't happen, wouldn't it induce doubt? Well, the whole point, the biggest point of like, if it doesn't happen, maybe it induced doubt, and if it doesn't happen, maybe that's a reflection of the doubt that you are already having, right? But I like when I set the intention and a time limit, I like to give myself a time limit that I can believe in, right? That's actually feels possible for me. That way I can really, it's a little bit easier for me to believe it. It's a little bit easier for me to like to let it into my heart. And but the time doesn't really matter. That's the thing. The time doesn't really matter. The time, like you want to give yourself enough. You want to give yourself enough time to become a vibrational match to it, right? So like, I could have said I'm gonna manifest $5,000 in 3 days. Yeah, but my mind probably wouldn't have let me like really go there and feel that. I needed a little bit more time, right? A week was more believable, so my mind put up less guards, right? And so, like work with yourself, meet yourself where you're at. Like you don't want to be like so delusional that, like so outside of your realm of belief that you can't connect with it. But you do want to like you want to set some kind of parameter on there. You want to stretch yourself. But the thing is, when you're a vibrational match to it, you're a vibrational match to it, and it's going to happen, right? And so like the timing doesn't really matter. Like I remember, and here's also the thing. Maybe the thing that you want isn't actually the thing you want. Right? I remember a while back, I thought I wanted 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's what I thought I wanted, and I set that intention to do that like by like September of last year, and I set that intention in February of last year, and I thought I wanted that, and I really got psyched up for it. I got really in alignment with it. I got delusional over it. I got so connected to like I'm creating 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and turns out that's not what I really wanted. What I really wanted, see, I thought in my mind, 100,000 subscribers meant that I'd be job free. I can like quit my job and like do what I love full time. And so, but I didn't realize that's what I thought it meant. So, so I ended up like really getting in alignment with it, And 2 months after like getting in alignment with it, I was able to quit my job and do what I loved full time. I didn't care about 100,000 subscribers anymore. I was coaching people full time. I started coaching people, and I started a life coaching practice that was like paying the bills, and I got to serve people full time. So who cares about how many subscribers I got, right? Like, I just want to serve. I just want to serve and do what I love full time. And so that's what I really wanted. So, so that's why it's important to like focus on the vibration, the energy, the feeling that you're looking to get out of having a girlfriend. right? Joseph, you and I, we're working together right now, and I'm going to share with you at some point in the next few sessions that about what I'll share with you now. We'll go into bigger detail about it, but there's three modes of consciousness that we as humans can operate from. We can operate from victim consciousness, or like material consciousness, where we operate from a place of like, I gotta have this thing. If I have this thing, that means I can do this thing. And if I do this thing, that means I can be happy, right? So like maybe an example. This is like, I need to have $1,000. If I have $1,000, I can pay my bills. If I can pay my bills, I can finally be peaceful and relaxed, right? That's have, do, be. And oftentimes, if we're existing in that frame of consciousness, we're giving our power away. We become powerless because we need to have this thing in order to be this thing. So that's not where we want to come from. The second one is force consciousness, like we're trying to force things. Yes, another, like the Sanskrit word for this is like rajas, right? So in this form of consciousness, what comes first is I gotta do this thing. If I do this thing, then I can acquire this, and if I acquire this, then I can be happy. So like an example of one I used to hold on to a lot was, if I make a bunch of YouTube videos and post them, that means I'm gonna have more subscribers, which means I can be happy and fulfilled and free. That wasn't true. I ended up burning myself out because I focus on the action, and then not get anywhere. So those first two states of consciousness don't usually work. Right? What actually works is what they call is the enlightened consciousness, is the sattvic way of being, and this is be, do, have. We're not going to focus on what we do. We're not going to focus on what we have. We're going to focus on what we're being, and we're going to consciously choose to be a particular thing. And if it's hard to choose to be that thing, well, I'm going to be whatever I'm being. I'm going to allow myself to be where I'm at, right? We're focusing on the being and the being alone, and getting in alignment and in tune with what's real and who we really are, and vibrating from our soul space, vibrating from our heart, the being, right? From there, the doing naturally happens. Because like, so say if I focus on, I'm going to like, I'm giving service. I'm a spiritual being. I'm giving service. I love to serve. I love to help others. I love to grow. I'm growing. I'm so satisfied and fulfilled with myself. And what I have is enough. And I really psych myself up and get into that space and allow myself to be in that space. Well, naturally, the doing will be inspired and effortless and flow, and I'll intuitively be guided towards the most potent action. So I'm going to be first. Then from there, the action comes, and I'll do the thing. So like today, I've been really inspired. I've been really like on purpose. I've been feeling like enlivened and high vibrational. And what naturally happens for me when I get into that frame of consciousness is I make videos. I hop on live and I begin to share, right? And so like this wasn't like do, have, be for me, right? I'm already happy. I'm already like fulfilled. And what naturally happens is I do some things, and then it results in me having some things. So maybe like from one of these like live sessions, maybe somebody will be inspired by this and reach out to me, and they'll want to work with me, right? And I'll have a new client, I'll have a new connection. Maybe who knows what it will result in, but I don't even care, because I'm already vibrationally fulfilled because I've made that conscious choice to live from that space. So that's the three modes of consciousness, and so I hope that's useful to you guys. So Joseph, I wouldn't even get like too wrapped up in time. Just be a vibrational match, and all that stuff takes care of itself. Sounds overly simple maybe, and like not even practical, Man, I'm telling you, it's actually the most practical thing in my experience. It's the most practical, effective thing because, like, yeah, it just works. It just works. I don't know. Just try it. So let's see. Someone said, Tito said, so I've been on semen retention for 2 months now, and I've heard about the power it holds up to manifestation. If you know about it, do you have any tips to transmuting that energy? Breathe, 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 breathe. And yeah, breathe. and these are called japa beads. That's somebody's message. But yeah, to transmute sexual energy, you know what's worked for me is breathing. What's worked for me is like expressing the aggression that comes with that energy getting built up, right? I know as a man, for me, and maybe some of the fellas out there can relate. Yeah, when that energy gets really built up, I tend to get more aggressive, more like charged, more ready to penetrate the world. And so yeah, like allow yourself to feel that, allow yourself to be in that. And I know for me, when I allow myself to experience that aspect of my experience, energy gets freed up, and then it's easier to direct my energy and attention when it's not like stuck in like maybe aggression or like desire or passion, right? But I allow myself to like feel the fire that comes with that energy building up. I feel the fire, feel it, and then I become it. And once I become it, it's easier to like direct it and choose. So yeah, and breathing helps a lot. Breathe. And have a clear vision too. Like, know where you're going. You know, it helps to have something to aim at when building your sexual energy up, right? And building up that creative energy. It helps to have a target. So get clear on what your target is. If you would like support in creating clarity, feel free to go to my website, hit me up, book a call with me, 20-30 minutes, and we can explore. I'd be happy to support you in that way. Okay, does fasting lead to manifestation and miracles? Absolutely. Absolutely. The longest, you know, manifestation, and for me, what I've experienced is manifestation and creation happens more smoothly when I'm existing in a state of clarity, when my mind is clear, or my heart is clear, or my body is clear, right? Think of like a tube, right? Like you have a tube right here, and you want something, and let's say you're the tube, and on this side of the tube, I'm trying to like see if I have an actual tube in my room, right? Like, oh, okay. Here's some selenite. I'll use this. Imagine this is a tube right now. It's like a hollow thing. Somebody just mentioned selenite. Love this, right? It's a selenite wand. Look at it's so vibrational looking, isn't it? Look at it. Like it's like vibrating in between this reality and the next. Imagine this is a tube, and on this side of the tube is the spiritual realm, the non-physical thoughts, dreams, vision, right? This is the non-physical side. And then on this side is the physical reality. You're the tube, right? You're the tube. So we can bring stuff through this tube when it's clear. But if the tube isn't clear, well, I'm trying to bring it through, it's stuck. It's stuck in the tube. And now there's no manifestation, there's no creation. So, but the thing is, then people like, instead of focusing on the tube and like clearing the space, people go, well, why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? And then we start blaming like the non-physical reality for not loving us. We start blaming the physical reality for not like receiving us, right? We start like trying to like manipulate and rearrange things out in the physical reality, and we get nowhere. This is more of the be do have right here. We're not focusing on having stuff in the physical. We're not focusing on like doing stuff in the physical. We're not focusing on this. We're focusing on being a clear tube. And so, what are some examples of those blockages? Relationships. relationships. So like most of the time we carry most of our blockages in our relationships. So like Joseph, you're at a really potent point in the course that we're doing together. You're at a really potent point. You have the opportunity to do what we discussed, pulling weeds. Right? You have an opportunity to address things in relationships and use some of the communication skills that we've discussed in the course and practice together. You get to take these tools and go into all of your closest relationships in life and clear energy, right? Take responsibility for the energy you've held on to and commit to like showing up differently, showing up in a new alignment. I'll give you an example with me. I'll give you like a personal example. So like with me growing up, my mother passed away when I was 7 years old. Created a lot of sadness in me, a lot of like aloneness, a lot of loneliness, not a lot of pain. And what that resulted in was like, yeah, I wanted to manifest a beautiful girlfriend. But my heart was holding on to some stuff in relation to women. And so when I would call this vision through, it would get stuck here. I'm holding on to some sadness and pain and fear and insecurity because of unprocessed pain with my mom. So I had to like look at that relationship that I had there and like do some deep inner work and do some healing and some releasing. And when that happened, boom, beautiful manifestation came through. I have a beautiful girl in the other room and she's like, awesome, and I'm very happy, right? Same with like, okay, so and my dad, right? Like my dad, like, and then from there, he also had pain with my mom. So what happened is he ended up like doing a lot of drinking when I was a teenager, and we got into a lot of fights, and he was, trying to cope with pain and didn't know how to like work with it. And so that resulted in a lot of anger in me, a lot of like frustration and fire and rage and pain. Took up a lot of space in my heart. And so, so I wanted to call through confidence. I wanted to call through empowerment from the spiritual realm, from like the vision that I've had of my life and how I was going to show up. I wanted to call through power and influence and presence. But I couldn't do that fully because a part of my consciousness was still trapped and locked up, like blocked up right here. So I couldn't bring it through. So those are a couple of examples. And so what I teach in like my courses and when I work with people is we focus on communication. We learn how to communicate, right? If you look at the word communication, you got COMM, uni, and then you have cation. Communication. Com, the prefix means with, uni means oneness, and then cation is inferring there's some kind of process. So communication is the process of coming together as one. So like what I teach when I work with people, we begin to master the art of communication. And what this allows for is it allows for us to come into a new way of being in relation to the blockages, right? If I will never be able to clear and remove a blockage in a relationship with someone that I love if I don't have a certain level of mastery over my ability to communicate, to come together as one. If I can't communicate, that means I can't come together as one, which means there will be separation. Where there's separation, there is no flow. Separation is blockage. And so in order for me to clear blockages, I got to develop the skill. I got to learn how to communicate so that I can get in there and figure out, so I can get in there and move energy. And Yeah, I can get in there and move energy and clear it, so that I can be more of an instrument for my spiritual self. I can be more of an instrument for the most divine. I can be a portal by which my visions and my dreams can come through into my reality. So communication is the skill, is a very underrated skill, a skill not taught in school. It is the skill to master for us, if we, for anyone who wants to create the life that they want to create, and heal and remove blockages so they can bring things through. Does that make sense, y'all? I know I just went on like a roll, but that's a big thing I'm passionate about, is like learning that. So Fozzie says, hey Gordon, do you think the world is finally waking up and realizing what's going on? Seems like we're all finally learning how to love. Yeah, I think right now we're doing a lot of shadow work as a collective, and so in this shadow work, there's going to be a lot of things illuminated, a lot of cool. Makes sense, guys. Good. In this shadow work, a lot of things are going to be brought to the surface. A lot of pain is going to be felt, and the thing about pain, when it's felt, it can really inspire us to choose something different, to choose a new way. When that pain gets real, that pain gets deep, it's like, okay, we got to figure some shit out. We got to do something different. And it's obvious right now in the world that there's like one of the big things we're using to think, one of the big energies we're using to think with and to create with, is like hatred and fear and separation. And so now hatred and fear and separation is beginning to get painful. And as we experience that pain, we are going to, it's going to support us in waking up and inspire us to find a new way. I believe that, and I know pain has been like a big teacher for me, and it's broken me open, broken my heart open. And when there is heartbreak, there's opportunity to learn how to love deeper, because where there's heartbreak, the only thing that's going to heal it is love. And I don't like existing in a state where my heart feels broken. You know what I mean? I want to level up. I want to heal. I want to feel good. So I'm gonna do what it takes to have a healthy heart. And if that means let in love, that's what I'm gonna do. That means put it all out there and be vulnerable and risk my image being tarnished because I'm not that macho man or whatever society or family or friends says I should be, says you should be, says we should be. Then let's risk that, right? Screw an image, right? Like screw. That's one of the ego's strategies for survival is to look good, and we've been taught that our emotions and feeling pain and all that stuff looks bad. Well, we get to write a new story. We get to write a new story. So, I'm gonna finish up here soon, guys. Do you all have any other thoughts or expressions or things coming up for you before I wrap up here soon? What else is coming to you guys that you like to explore? Because I can be on here all night, right? Love connecting with you all. Yeah, I'm looking forward to connecting with you. Yeah, you can go to my website and book a call at www.gordonxavier.com. And we can connect. I'm not, what's today? What is today? Today's Sunday. So Monday, tomorrow's Monday, and the week opens up. So Grace and Peace says, do you think that when trying to manifest, one must simply believe that it is already done and just wait for time to catch up with your destiny? So I'm glad they're useful to you, Pixel Gaming. So I appreciate your question, Grace and Peace, because it's something I want to clarify. So once you get the vibration of what it is you want into your system, right? Once you believe, I prefer the term resonate over believing. Like, yeah, believing can be such a mental thing. Like, we think that we believe, but to me, what's more potent than believing is like resonating, vibrating the belief, right? So yeah, you want to believe and you want to like resonate. You want to marinate in that belief. It's like it'll like make the hairs on your arm stand up and you get the chills. Like it's deep. And then once you get to that space to where you're vibrating and yeah, you believe, second step, demonstrate your belief. You know, and yeah, you love goosebumps, right? Second step after you vibrate there is to demonstrate, right? Demonstrate by asking people for what it is you want. Say if you want a new client in your business, well, once you're vibrating new clientele and you believe it's coming, start talking to people, right? Like start proving to the universe that you're serious about what it is you're asking for, what it is you're vibrating. And you prove to the universe that you're serious by taking action on what it is you're looking to create. And we're taking action not to get a particular result, but to demonstrate we're serious. And that to me takes the pressure off, right? It's like, and I demonstrate not even necessarily like too purely like, hey God, look what I'm doing, but like I demonstrate like, come on God, let's do this. Yeah, I'm taking action. Together we're co-creating this reality, right? So yeah, like believe it, and then take a step, lay a brick, right? Make a move, and that's it, and everything else is gonna fall into place. To those of you who are new in this chat right now, I encourage you and I ask of you, you're very welcome, Grace and Peace. I ask of you to hit the thumbs up button. It invites more people to join the community. And it just made me feel good. It let me know that you appreciate, you know, this time that I share with you all. What's up, Jonathan? How you doing, brother? Good to have you on here. Yeah. So, is there Flow Grown said powerful. So yeah, guys, is there anything else that you have to share before we wrap up here? I will share you on my IG. I always love listening to you. Sorry, somebody called me. Yeah, I'm glad it resonates with you and supports you. Good to hear. So yeah, you all, is there anything else? You have anything else that you like to explore or share? I'm happy to be able to share this time with you. It's exciting. Feels good. No, I don't use any of that. I mean, I have used them, and I've known other people. I've known other people to use them, and I've seen them like to be like effective tools, but I've never used them personally. That resonate instead of believe bit really resonated with you. I see what you did there. Good. Channeling. Yeah. So channeling. I'm guessing so I have a video on here about how to channel your higher self. If you haven't watched that, I recommend you check it out. It's pretty full. It's like a 14-minute long video or something like that. But it's the same kind of deal I was talking about earlier, you know, like just being a clear space, being available channeling is about being available. So if like you want to channel, like I have a video on here where I actually channel. It's titled "A Message to the World." I have another one that another channeling that I did where I just channel my higher self and I close my eyes and I haven't uploaded that, but maybe I will. I'll upload that here soon. It's really vulnerable to like for me to like get into that space and then like share how like because it seems so out there, right? But yeah, like just getting in that meditative space and being available and listening. Um, do you use any Ormus or any other spiritual supplies? I used to have like maybe it was Ormus. It was or Organite. I think I used to have Organite. I used to have like a necklace, but I gave it to a shrine. I offered it up as a to a shrine as like a gift. I had it for quite a bit of time. But no, I don't really have too many spiritual supplies besides my japa beads. I'll use this from time to time to like I'll put on my third eye and like I'll imagine light, like divine light, like with that's carrying a particular message or particular vibrations or wisdom, vision. I'll imagine a light coming in and entering into the tip of this and channeling into my third eye. And I'll do the same in my heart. I'll do it at any of the chakra points that I'm looking to like get an upgrade in. And so I'll imagine that and I'll breathe into it. And I'll also like use it to like dig into like muscles that are like holding on to energies and just and breathe into that. So it's been helpful for me to like call in energy and then also to project my vision out. I'm calling all those who want to work with me and do some deep inner work and transform their realities. I'll use this to call in clients and more and light workers who want to step more into their light. So this has been a great tool, and I feel inspired to like use it after this. I'm looking at it, man. It's so cosmic and trippy, like the way it holds on to light and reflects it and shines it. It's really cool. Well, that sounds like an experience. Mm, that's cool, Flow Grown. Got the family there. That's real cool. And then he says, "Where can you get one of these?" So I got this at one of my like at a local spiritual shop here in Kansas City. Maybe they have a website. Maybe they ship them. I can maybe put them on a local business. They have like a lot of really cool products, crystals and herbs and different things. But yeah, you can just go to like a spiritual shop somewhere in your city, wherever you live. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna finish up here soon. I hope this served you. If it did, feel free to leave a like or continue this conversation. You can book a call with me on my website. You can if you want to share, give back in some way, you can cash at me or do a super chat. You know, I appreciate that as always. Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy to be going live. This is something I plan on making a regular thing. Going live as opposed to like making videos. I mean, I'm still gonna make videos too. I just got my camera back actually, so. But this is always a great way to connect. So, wish I can see you guys as your faces too. And I'm curious. So I'm thinking about putting together a group coaching, And so if any of you here are interested in being part of like an exclusive group where we meet maybe a couple times a month, and we connect and we reflect, and or maybe we go through like a weekend intensive, maybe like a 2 or 3 day. I'm still putting together what I want to do. If you're interested in doing a group coaching, or you have a group of friends that you like to do that with, let me know. I'm formulating it right now, but I think that'd be really cool to like do this kind of work in community, and we all get to like personally connect and practice. I'll share with you guys a lot of the cool Tiffany. Yeah. So you can practice some of the tools that I'm going to share with you all, communication tools. Full grown. Okay, cool. So yeah, message me, find me on Instagram, or shoot me an email, and we can go from there, guys. So yeah, thank you all very much for tuning in, connecting with me. I pray this has been useful for you. I hope that you guys have had some level of breakthrough. And I'm about to finish up, and 20 Pixel Gamer, you're interested as well. Okay, so yeah, guys, find me on Instagram or Facebook, message me, and I will keep you informed. Sound good? So I pray you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. You continue to do this potent work, deepening your spiritual connection, healing and opening your hearts, and filling your mind with potent, useful wisdom and information. And I pray you're able to be a clear channel and bring through all the good stuff that you've been envisioning, and you bring it through into physical reality, and you're able to impact the world and serve and transform your circumstances and add value to others. I wish that for you. Cool, guys. All right, so I'm about to get out of here. Love you. I will be talking to you soon. Enjoy the rest of your day.